Well, we've been talking NBA. We started with Jeff Van Gundy. We gave you our little breakdown as well. Now let's bring in the architect of the Brooklyn Nets. I'm sure he's excited about the season beginning. Billy King. Billy, it's Michael, Don, and Ryan Ruocco.
Hey, guys, how are you doing? I do recognize that voice from Ryan Ruocco.
Yeah, he's so annoying. Anyway, how do you feel about your team?
Well, I like our team. I think we had a good preseason. Got through it pretty much injury-free. And I like how they worked this preseason, getting ready for the start of the season. I think Lionel's worked them hard, and so now the game's played, and that'll be the end result to find out how good we really are.
This team was able to do some things with Lopez out last year. Do you believe that this year's team can also survive if he misses any time?
Well, I do believe we're better prepared this start this season than we were last year, because last year there was the unknowns of Mirza really hadn't played. Mason had not played. So going into this season, we know those guys they can play. They've proven they can play in the league. And KG is better prepared this season than he was last year. So I think mentally and physically we're much more prepared.
Billy, can KG play consistent minutes at the 4, though, in today's NBA?
I think so. I know some teams go small, but generally teams tend to go small when they go to their bench. Then I'll start the game that way. He's smart and he understands, how to guard guys and rotate out to him. So I think he definitely can still play the 4.
You mentioned you got through it relatively injury-free, but again, there's the Brook Lopez situation. This is the foot, capital T, capital F, and why are we to believe that he's going to be okay when he's historically had problems with his feet?
Well, I think in the previous it's been broken. So, knock on wood, this was a sprain. CAT scan and everything else shown that. So, I feel confident. Just watched him as he prepares. So he's doubtful for tomorrow, but I expect him to be back. And I'm confident that what they were able to do this time will work.
Billy, this is a star-driven league for sure. When you look at your roster, whose team is it? Who is your best player, and who do you say is the face of this franchise and makes this team go?
Well, I feel all 15 guys. I think that's the approach that Lionel and I both are taking with it. That's the way Lionel was brought up, the way I played for Coach K. It's going to take all 15 guys at some point in time for us to have a successful year. I don't think we need to have one guy. I think back to the Detroit Pistons. When they won, there wasn't one guy. It was a team that did it for a good run they had there. So I'm not really sitting there saying it's Darren's team, Joe's team, it's Brooke. I think we got a lot of guys that can step up. So we're not worried about labels or saying it's this guy's team.
Watching Darren, Billy, and seeing him a little bit over the last couple of months, he looks very good. In the preseason, he looked really athletic. Do you also sense, as far as his mentality goes, that he has a hunger to prove people wrong and to get back that reputation he had when he got here?
Well, I think it starts with, being not injured. I think he played through injuries for 2 years. He was able to get it cleaned out this offseason. And I think when he starts the season now not injured mentally, then he's in a better frame of mind to lead the team and be productive. So I think that just the fact that he knows he can go out there and focus on just playing basketball and not worry about injuries has helped him. And that's what he's been able to do thus far.
Talk to me about Hollins. How different is he than what Jason did? How different a coach? How different of a preseason has he had? Is he more of a disciplinarian? What do you see as the difference, Billy?
Well, I think, you had Jason who came in, and he was a rookie coach. And, we all knew that it was going to be a learning curve for him. And so a lot of the things were new. It was the first time that he was going through a lot of the things, and I think he progressed and finished the year strong for us. And with Lionel, he has a plethora of experience, and from playing days and winning a championship to coaching under Cotton Fitzsimmons to Hubie Brown, a lot of great guys, Scott Skiles that he learned from, and he's been able to develop a style. So coming in, he's seen a lot, way more than Jason had seen in practice or game-wise. So I think that the experience factor of him understanding what he wants to get accomplished puts him a little ahead of where Jason was at this time.
How long does it take a coach to take over and have it be his team? Is there an adjustment period, or can he own it right away?
Well, it takes time, but I think the one thing Lionel was, they know from day one, he's demanding. If they don't do it right, he's going to demand to do it again. And so if you ask any of the guys, you probably read the quotes where they understand it's his team, and he's demanding that, we had 3-hour practice at some point in time, and, the open practices, usually those are pretty easy on Sunday. It was intense practice, even with the open practice. So whenever you step on the court, whether it be a practice or game, he's going to demand that you do it right and do it as hard as you can.
Billy King, Nets general manager, is our guest here on the Michael Kay Show. Billy, last year it was very clear you guys spent a lot of money. You made a lot of bold moves that you were trying to win a championship. Paul Pierce has come out and said that you guys let him go because that was not the intent this year. Is the intent different? Is the aim different for this season?
No, the intent is still the same. Despite what Paul has said, the intent is the same. I think, we made a decision there, but our intent, our desire has not changed one bit. Just because we're not spending an extra $20 or $30 million doesn't mean that the intent has changed. I think we made decisions based on what we thought could help us continue on our goals of trying to win a championship. If it doesn't happen this year, we're going to continue to go for it, but that's the ultimate goal.
Billy, I like the idea of Mirza Teletovic, getting more minutes without Paul here, and interested to see Bogdanovich. I loved the way Teletovic developed last year. But I worry a little bit about the spirit of Paul Pierce, because it seemed like at the end of the year he was really the voice and the leader, and he brought a certain attitude to this group that maybe they wouldn't have without him. How do you duplicate that and fill in that blank without him here?
Well, yeah, I think Paul did bring that, but I think sometimes guys can bring it and deliver it, and other guys can take it and learn from it and grow. And I think that's what some of our guys have been able to take what Paul did. But I think we still have KG, who really is been the leader, so to say, with this team last year and this year. And so what he has instilled with us, and I think what Paul shared with the guys will continue. There'll be other guys that will step up. I've seen it in practice. I've seen other guys do things that he didn't do last year. So that's always a concern, but I think having spent that time with Paul, other guys will be able to take some of that. But you still have KG, who will demand it from every minute that practice your game, like Lionel, that they do it right.